All right, let's get right into it. So, you've got the Dyson Airwrap, right? And you're chasing that perfect, soft, salon-worthy volume. Well, today, we're going to master the one tool that's supposed to give you exactly that, the Volumizing Round Brush. But here's the thing, how you use it. That's the real secret to unlocking what it can do. Because let's be real for a second. Are you actually getting that amazing soft volume you want? Or are you maybe, just maybe, secretly damaging your hair? It's a scary thought, right? That line between a fantastic hair day and, well, long-term damage is way thinner than you think. And it all boils down to your technique.
And this is the #1 risk we have to talk about. It's called bubble hair deformity. I know, it sounds pretty intense, and honestly, it is. What's happening is, when you put that heat on hair that's way too wet, the water trapped inside the hair shaft literally starts to boil. This creates these little air pockets, these weak spots that make your hair super fragile and prone to breaking. So yeah, this is something we want to avoid, like at all costs.
Which brings us to our first big topic. This little attachment is amazing for volume, but it also has a dark side, a nemesis, if you will, that can really mess things up. So what's the dream? It's simple, right? Effortless left, right from the root. You get that smooth, soft volume that looks completely natural, not like you spent hours on it. That is the goal.
But here's where it all goes wrong. These are the 3 biggest mistakes people make. First, using it on soaking wet hair. We just talked about that. Hello, bubble hair. Second, applying way too much tension. Just yanking and pulling the brush through. And the third one, skipping that crucial cool shot. You do all that work and then your beautiful volume just poof, deflates an hour later.
Okay, so let's get into the most important part of this whole thing. Seriously, if you walk away with just one piece of advice today, please let it be this. This is the absolute golden rule. 80%. Your hair needs to be 80% dry. Not kind of dry, not towel dried, 80%. This isn't just a friendly suggestion. It's non-negotiable for keeping your hair healthy and actually getting the style you want.
And why does this matter so much? Well, it goes right back to that scary bubble hair stuff. Putting high heat on soaking wet hair is exactly what makes the water inside boil. The goal is to have your hair just damp enough to take a new shape, but not so wet that you're literally cooking it from the inside out.
And look, if you ignore this rule, it's not just bubble hair you have to worry about. You're also weakening the outer layer of your hair, the cuticle, which leads to frizz, dullness, you know the drill. Breakage goes way up. And honestly, you're just making your life harder. It takes so much longer to style from soaking wet anyway.
I know what you're thinking, but wait, doesn't the Dyson have that fancy, intelligent heat control? And yeah, you're right, it does. It keeps the temp below 150 Celsius, which is amazing. But here's the catch. All the fancy tech in the world can't save you from bad technique. The heat control is a great safety net, but you following the 80% rule, that's what's actually protecting your hair.
Okay, so now we've drilled the 80% dry rule into our heads. The next big question everyone has is, when do I use this round brush, and when should I grab the curling barrels instead?
This chart breaks it down perfectly. Think of the round brush as your tool for soft, natural, I just got a great blowout volume and root lift. The curling barrels, that's when you want more defined curls or structured waves. You're going to get way more bounce and a much stronger hold with the barrels.
And this quote from a tester, Mish, absolutely nails it. She said, "The round brush gave me lift, but the barrels gave me bounce that held all day." See? That's the perfect way to think about it. Lift versus bounce. It's all about the final look you're going for.
Okay, time to get practical. We know the rules, we know which tool to use, now let's put it all together. Here are your 5 key steps to getting that perfect, voluminous lift. All right, let's do this. Step 1 is prep. Get that hair to 80% dry and maybe spritz in some root lifting spray if you have it. Step 2, sections. Don't try to do too much at once. Make sure your sections aren't wider than the brush itself. Number 3, and this is super important, place the brush under the section at the root and pull up and away from your head. That's what creates the lift. 4, as it's getting dry, just roll the ends around the brush to give them a nice polished curve. And finally, step 5, the one you can't forget, hit it with that cold shot to lock it all in.
And seriously, I cannot say this enough. That last step, the cold shot, is the difference between a style that lasts 20 minutes and one that holds up all day. Heat makes the hair moldable, but it's that blast of cold air that actually sets the style and makes it stick.
And I don't mean just a quick little tap of the button. No. For every single section, you want to hold that cold shot down for a good 5 to 10 seconds. That's what it takes to really lock it in.
So, when all is said and done, what's the final verdict on this thing? Who should be using the Dyson Volumizing Round Brush?
Well, it's an absolute game changer for anyone with fine to medium hair, especially if you have that wavy 2A or 2B hair type and you're just looking for that soft, natural blowout vibe. Now, who is it not for? If you're dreaming of tight, bouncy curls, you're going to want to stick with the barrels. And if you have really thick or coily hair, you might find that one of the smoothing brushes is a better fit for you first.
Okay, let's do a super quick recap of the most important takeaways for getting healthy volume. Number 1, 80% dry. No exceptions? Got it? Good. Number 2, lift up from the root, don't just pull the brush through your ends. 3, be gentle with your hair, no crazy tugging. And 4, use that cold shot for 5 to 10 seconds to set your hard work in place.
And this all kind of leaves us with one big question, doesn't it? The technology in the Dyson is, it's incredible. But is that tech enough on its own? Or is good old-fashioned technique still king? After everything we've talked about today, I think the answer is pretty obvious. The tool is amazing, but the real power? That's in your hands.